Now, there's a storm that's been going on for the past couple of days, and all I can think about that is I'm so glad it's not 10 degrees colder. The MBTA's historical failure during the winter of 2015 laid bare the vital need for a complete overhaul. But never forget, the T always had the money. What it lacked was the capacity to turn its resources into an action plan to deliver the safe and reliable transportation system that our people deserve. The Fiscal and Management Control Board, the management team, and the staff at the T cut the MBTA's operating deficit in half. These significant savings, along with existing funds, are being used to double the T's investment in core infrastructure. And while a lot of great work has been done in the past 18 months, anyone who rides the T will correctly tell you we still have a long way to go. Everything that breaks is at least 50 years old. Making the investments in tracks, signals, switches, power systems, and vehicles will take years, not months. But we finally have the team on the ground and the plan in place to get the job done. And after months of discussion, the MBTA reached an agreement on a new contract with its largest union, the Carmen's Union, Local 589. This is a win-win for all involved. Riders and taxpayers have a competitive contract that respects market standards, while union members have predictability and achievable ground rules for measuring performance. Both sides could have turned this one into an epic brawl, but instead they chose to be part of the answer. Jim O'Brien, the president of the Carmen's Union, and Brian Shortsleeve and Joe Aiello of the T are here with us tonight. And for your hard work, vision, and leadership during these difficult and complicated times, you deserve our thanks. Hey, and remember all those toll booths we used to have on the Mass Pike? Yeah, me neither. Going live with an all-electronic tolling system and taking down the toll booths could have been a disaster. In fact, many people in this room predicted it would be. But a terrific engineering and planning effort across multiple agencies made sure the work was done at night and on weekends, assuring that commuters were not delayed going to and from work. Kudos to the Secretary and her team. With a shared sense of purpose, we've made real progress in job creation, fiscal discipline, education, child welfare, public health, transportation, public safety, environmental and energy policy, and community building during the past 2 years. And because of all that, I stand here tonight and say the state of our Commonwealth is strong. Now, we all know the world is becoming more and more dependent on technology. Smart buildings, smarter machines, robotics, autonomous vehicles, digital health, precision manufacturing, and big data, to name just a few. These are the platforms of the next generation of great companies and new jobs. And cybersecurity that moves as fast as the hackers, the thieves, and the troublemakers is what makes all this possible. Success in protecting databases and smart machines will ensure that people benefit from the best ideas in science, engineering, and technology for decades to come. We're already one of the 3 most important players in cyber in the world. Businesses in Massachusetts protect proprietary information and secure smart machines and smart buildings from attack. But this industry is just taking off. Hundreds of billions of dollars will be spent over the next decade to protect information and assets. Massachusetts organizations should play a major role in driving these decisions. And over the next 10 months, we'll bring together the best minds locally and globally to develop a blueprint for success here in Massachusetts, and then we will follow through and execute on it. Now, we all know our strength as a Commonwealth is based in many ways on our work with 351 cities and towns. The important reforms enacted last session give local leaders new tools to better serve their constituency. And you don't have to take my word for it. The Mass Municipal Association called those changes the most significant reform of municipal governance in more than 50 years. And thanks to the tireless work of Lieutenant Governor Polito, more than 250 communities have joined with us to work on 600 best practices that will make local governments more successful. Thank you, Lieutenant Governor, for your extraordinary work on this. Now, looking ahead, our budget will propose more than $130 million in new funding for cities and towns, including increasing Chapter 70 support for K-12 education by more than $90 million, twice the amount required under state law. And for the first time, we propose funding a down payment toward increasing state support for municipal health insurance. Our capital program will build on previous efforts to invest in local communities. We'll continue unprecedented levels of investment in roads, bridges, economic development, and housing because these investments help our colleagues in local government build strong communities, leverage billions of dollars in private sector investment, and they create jobs. You guys got that. We should also be proud of our achievements in education, but we must also recognize that not every child in the Commonwealth gets to attend a first-class school. We have an obligation to every parent and child in Massachusetts, and in this effort, we must succeed. To assist struggling schools, we'll work with Representative Peisch, Senator Lesser, and their colleagues in the House and Senate to create more empowerment zones. These zones create more flexibility in schools and allow educators to make the changes necessary to provide a better learning environment for our kids. I visited one in Springfield, and it's pretty clear that this model is already making a positive difference for teachers and students there. In addition, the experience of struggling districts in Lawrence, Southbridge, and Holyoke has demonstrated that state takeovers can offer significant benefits to student, parents, and teachers in schools that need our support. And we encourage the Board of Elementary and Secondary Education to continue to use this tool. Now, for decades, mental health advocates have urged the Commonwealth to redesign the way it serves those who are committed to Bridgewater State Hospital. Little has changed, and the results in many cases have been disastrous for all involved. We propose to do 2 things to address this long-standing and unacceptable situation. First, move corrections officers out of the hospital and instead deploy them outside the facility to provide security. Second, the size and scale of the clinical program offered inside the hospital will be significantly expanded. This reform will not come cheap, as spending on clinical services will increase by $37 million. Now This is the right thing to do, and we ask the legislature to support it. I would also like to extend our thanks to John Mograss and the Massachusetts Correctional Officers Federated Union for being a true partner in our efforts to make these reforms, because, John, they wouldn't have happened without your support. Thank you. Now, we must also think differently about how we support and engage older adults. The notion that people are fully retired at the age of 62 or 65 is inconsistent with what I see every day. And even if some have stepped back from what they spent most of their lives doing, most still have tons of time and talent available to do something else. I turned 60 in November. 60! I remember thinking that was ancient when my dad turned 60. Now he's 88, and he's still the smartest and most informed person I know. And, Dad, nobody gives better advice than you do. There are thousands of citizens in Massachusetts who are still very much in the game in their 60s, 70s, and even 80s, and there'll be more as our population continues to age. I'll be signing an executive order in the coming weeks that will establish a council on older adults, and it will focus on policies and programs that make it possible for even more older adults and seniors to live vibrant, purposeful lives here in the Commonwealth. Finally, too many of our returning heroes struggle to find good jobs. Jesse Brown and Matt Mastroianni, did I get that right? Close enough, thanks. The founders of Hydrea Communications at Plymouth and Bellingham are with us tonight. Hydrea constructs, maintains, and repairs cell towers, a booming business in today's wireless world. After serving our country as United States Marines, they both joined a large firm in the cell tower space. But in 2007, they left the comfort of a big company to go out on their own. The beginning was rocky, but today they employ 70 people, almost half of whom are veterans like them, and their future is bright. Like many small businesses, they want to hire and employ our veterans, and we should make it easier for them to get it done. So we'll be proposing a $4,000 tax credit for businesses that hire and retain an unemployed veteran, and we all wish Jesse and Matt continued success, and we want to thank them and all veterans for their service to our country. Now, in closing, on behalf of Lieutenant Governor Polito, our cabinet, our team, and the people of Massachusetts, I want to thank you, the legislature, for your goodwill. That may seem like a small thing, but it's not. Too much of what passes for political dialogue these days isn't dialogue at all. It's talking points, character assassination, and deliberate misrepresentation. Wedge issues may be great for making headlines, but they do not move this Commonwealth forward. Success is measured by what we accomplish together. Our obligation to the people we serve is too important to place politics and partisanship before progress and results. and the changes in Washington don't change this powerful obligation. Our job remains the same. That is, to represent Massachusetts to Washington and not Washington to Massachusetts. We can and we do disagree, but we listen, we learn, and we make the best decisions we can. On energy, public records, pay equity, addiction, economic development, and a host of other issues, you've compromised with one another and with us. Now, like other states, we have enormous challenges here in the Commonwealth, issues that are destined to create difficult discussions and opportunities for conflict. And we live in a time where what you oppose seems much more interesting than what you support, where compromising is often viewed as an act of weakness, when in fact it is a sign of strength. Now, our founders worried a lot about the tyranny of the majority. They designed our form of government to provide a loud voice for minority points of view. They hated the idea of unilateral power and wanted to force advocates and policymakers through structure and process to compromise. I'm with them. As my mom used to say, you have two ears and one mouth for a reason. It's one thing to stand in a corner and shout insults at your opponents. It's quite another to climb into the arena and fight for common ground. I believe it's this conversation that makes us strong. Our economy is strong because we listen and we learn from the workers and employers who make it go. Our communities are strong because local leaders and active citizens listen and learn from the people they serve. And our Commonwealth is strong because we listen and we learn from one another, knowing that our goodwill can make our disagreements a catalyst for better ideas and real results. Now, our team looks forward to working with you in the challenges and opportunities of the next 2 years. We will advocate, we will engage, we will learn from you and others, and we will be better for it. God bless the Commonwealth, and God bless the United States.
Governor Charlie Baker got a standing ovation on his way in and said the true test would be if he got one on the way out. He's getting one right now. Of course, that was the State of the Commonwealth. We're going to have